FAQ Friday, Yuri here in the backyard once again. Got the nifty iPhone out. This is actually one of the good things the iPhone is good for. It's just really just taking emails pretty quickly as opposed to bringing my computer out. So I'll share my points of view with the iPhone and digital stuff like this in a different video. But let's get to this week's questions. Where are we here? All right, so here's the first one from Katarina. She asks, what is your opinion about taking a teaspoon or more of apple cider vinegar every morning for alkalizing and detoxifying the body? Also, I've read that raw white potatoes with the skin are good for your skin. I almost make a... Okay, I'm gonna deal with the one part of the question because there's too many things here to answer at once. So, what do I think about taking apple cider vinegar in the morning? Awesome. Just add apple cider vinegar to your water at any point of the day, and it'll tremendously benefit you. It has a lot of healing properties. It's been used for thousands of years by many indigenous cultures around the world. I've actually created a report on apple cider vinegar, and I'll probably provide the link somewhere below this video. But nonetheless, really, if you were to ask me, like, what is the one thing I should buy at the health food store that is not going to break the bank? Apple cider vinegar probably would be at the top of my list, because you can buy a gallon of apple cider vinegar that's raw, unpasteurized, that still has the mother in it. Those are the things you want to look for about 20 bucks. Okay, 20 bucks for a gallon of apple cider vinegar, and you're only adding like a tablespoon to your water a day. So that's going to last you for 3 or 4 months easily. You can also make some really good type of fizzy, bubbly type of spritzers if you're into. Here's actually a really good recipe. If you're moving away from sodas and Coke and stuff like that, try this. Use Perrier, although I don't recommend doing this all the time because of the phosphorus. Try to go to water, by itself, or with apple cider vinegar. But if you need the bubbles, try getting Perrier, squeeze in half a lime, add in about 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. It's an awesome, awesome drink. Really, really good. So yes, it's awesome, okay? Really good stuff. Has a lot of good properties for improving digestion, decreasing insulin, and mitigating blood sugar from different foods. So it's really, really good. Okay, what's next question is coming from Sherry. Where do you suggest I buy my maca from? Is there a certain brand that you like best? To be honest, I don't remember the name of the maca that I have that is up in the kitchen here. I bought it at a raw food restaurant in Toronto, and I apologize for not remembering the name or the brand of it, but I do know that it's a lot better than what I was using before. I believe the one that I'm using now is a combination of 4 or 5 different roots, like black maca or something like that. There's a couple different macas in there, and from my understanding, they are raw, so that's a good thing as well. But again, I don't remember the name of it. But if you can just search online, or even just go to a local health food store and look for the Maca Powder, and try to get one that's, again, raw, as organic as possible. No, it doesn't look like it's an industrial type of packaging. That's probably your best bet. Adam wants to know, would a raw vegan diet help at all with erectile dysfunction? That's an awesome question, because we can go to so many different levels with this one. My answer would be yes, and the reason my answer would be yes is because I'll answer this on 2 fronts. Okay, so a raw vegan diet is going to be very helpful for erectile dysfunction, because erectile dysfunction is synonymous with cardiovascular dysfunction. So if you have erectile dysfunction, what that's saying is that you can't get enough, you're not getting enough blood flow to your penis. That's essentially what ED is. Why is that happening? Because there are things happening in your arteries which are impeding blood flow. Those same things are also happening most likely in other areas of your cardiovascular system. That's why ED is a big risk factor for cardiovascular disease. So a raw vegan diet is well known to mitigate all those factors. We know that it improves blood cholesterol, that it improves blood triglycerides. It's an alkalizing diet. It's an anti-inflammatory diet, which means that all the things that cause issues in the cardiovascular system, inflammation, acidity, all that kind of stuff that comes from eating a processed high sugar diet, is mitigated big time on a raw vegan diet. So I do firmly believe that a raw vegan diet would help with erectile dysfunction. The other thing to consider is that, okay, well, ED can be caused by other things too. It can be caused by stress, it can be caused by low testosterone, low zinc. So you have to also consider that maybe in some cases that if testosterone levels are low, you may want to look at incorporating a little bit more meats, some red protein, some red meats like that, just to boost testosterone levels. And you'll probably find you're a little bit more virile while eating meats. The one thing I've noticed, having been 100% vegan raw for a while and then moving towards more meats and stuff and knowing people who've done the same, is that if you're plant-based, you're going to feel a lot more peaceful. You're going to feel a lot more serene. If you start eating a lot of meat, you tend to be more aggressive. I'm not saying this, you're going to be, you're not going to become like a killer or anything. You just tend to be more aggressive. And I believe part of that is because of the testosterone levels that are increasing in response to a higher meat diet. And the same thing with your workouts. If you do long duration running, you're going to suppress testosterone levels. If you do heavier resistance training, your testosterone levels increase and you feel more aggressive. Okay? So I would say a combination of the raw vegan diet and maybe some heavy resistance training could be the good combination for you on that front, Adam. Let's go with one more question. This one comes from I'm just sifting through. Actually, you know what? That's all we get for this week. That was the last question. So once again, guys, thank you so much for your questions. If you have any other questions that you want to ask me, again, as you can tell from all of these videos, all I do pretty much is sit or stand and ask or answer your questions. That's what I'm here to do. So if you have any questions, be sure to post them on Facebook on the wall so that other people could benefit from the answers. If you're a customer and you have technical questions like that, you can always send us a support email. Just go to our website and you can find our support page from there, and you can directly contact Nick and our support team from there, and he'll make sure that I get these questions. And we do our very best to answer as many of these questions as possible, as humanly possible. I mean, we've got thousands and thousands of clients, but we do our very, very best to get all this stuff answered. And that's because you matter to me, you matter to us, and it's our goal to help you in any way we possibly can. So thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video and in the next FAQ Friday.